Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Such Good Shoot, the podcast about some wrestling shit. You know, that's how we do it around here. I'm not going with the big intro today. But, you know, as it goes, up there, we have your dear friend, our resident pothead. We have Isaac.
Oh, hello.
Over that way, coming to you from the humble town of Columbus, Ohio, home of the amazing Alexa Bliss, we have the sensational Shane.
Hello. Hi.
And down here, from the very special land of the Junkyard, and what do you say with DDJ? We have the one, the only, the Dennis Day Jr., otherwise known as DDJ.
Yo, what's going on?
Yes. And you know, as it goes, as always, I'm your incredible host, Dozer, bringing you the stogies and trying to keep this thing moderately, you know, somewhat under control. But, you know,
yeah, good luck.
This is goddamn spring Stampede.
I was going to say, there's nothing ever, this show and under control, that's what you call an oxymoron or something.
Yes.
No, it takes a former wrestler or something. That's the only way that this thing stays even keel.
But before we get too even keeled here, we have to take a moment to honor New Jack. He has sadly departed this world. There's many varying opinions on this wrestler. And I think, needless to say, he was always out of control. So,
guys, I'm sorry I can't partake in the drinking of alcohol. You all know why. So.
Yes.
All good.
That is A-okay.
Yeah, so.
That's why we've moved to coffee mugs.
Ooh. Well, even if I put that stuff in a coffee mug, I still couldn't drink it, so.
But they don't have to know. It can be water.
Could fake it, you know.
Don't get away, man.
You know.
I can fake it. Well, actually, that doesn't sound like a really good thing to say is I could fake it, but
oh, I do. Yeah. Don't. So
cheers to you, Phil.
Phil, welcome.
Thank you.
I don't see. I messaged Dozer. I saw this earlier. This is a tweet actually concerning New Jack, and this is something that actually, like, I did not know. Genuinely blew my mind. So I'm introducing a semi-occurring segment here called Isaac's Mind Blowers. It's kind of like Morty's Mind Blowers, but it's Isaac's, and it's not a cartoon. But this blew my mind. So there's a tweet today from New Jack's son. My dad, and this is, I'll just read it first. No context given other than the fact that this is his son. He said, "My dad's wife," talking about New Jack's wife, "told me he watched my performances at Paris is Bumping and Poly M Cult Party 3, and that he was proud of me. He wanted to fix things, but he didn't know how. I forgive him for everything, and I hope wherever he is, he forgives me. I'm finally at peace. Rest in peace, New Jack ECW." His son is a professional drag queen.
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think they talk about it on the Dark Side of the Ring feature they did on New Jack.
Really? I don't remember that, but that blew my mind. And I also was a little bit. I was like, damn, that's like kind of. I don't know. It's one of the few actual humanizing things I've ever heard about New Jack, and something about that was like connected, and I don't know.
So
I wanted to share.
Yeah, the Dark Side of the Ring on New Jack is pretty good at doing that as well. Isaac, you and I watched it, right? And we talked about it.
I mean, I still came away from that sort of thinking he was a piece of shit. But I mean, at the same time, like, it is what it is. It's all wrestling. I think a lot of things way too far. But I think the real drink tonight, and I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but
no, you're good.
It's unfortunate. It's the anniversary of Macho Man Randy Savage's death. Is it 11 years? 10 or 11? Years.
10.
Well, here we go.
So if you guys would allow me real quick, I'd like to share the one time I had an encounter with New Jack.
Yeah.
So it was at ECW November to Remember 2000, which turned out to be the last show they would run in the Chicago area. My best friend and I actually had front row seats for the show, and as we got there, we went to park. You know, and when you get into where it was the Odeum, you would have to literally, where you come in, you'd have to go to the other side of the building. I mean, it's not a big building, but you'd have to drive to the other side to park. And as we're driving by, like right where the main entrance is, well, in fact, I think is the only entrance they have, we saw New Jack there. And so it's like thinking, oh, that's cool. You know, New Jack's there. So, you know, as we get park, you know, we go walk to get in line. We go back by the front and he's still there. So I go over, I'm like, hey, can I get a picture with you? He's like, yeah, sure. And I showed him my sign I made and it said New Jack for president because the election, the 2000 presidential election was like 2 days after. So I'm just thinking, you know, what the heck and stuff. And he goes something along the lines of, man, that'd be some fucked up shit. So I'm like, can I get a picture? He's like, yeah, sure. So I hand my camera to my best friend and he's having issues with it. So New Jack, I mean, he was like, you know, in a New Jack way is like, you know, it's like, what's going on and stuff. So next thing you know, he starts mock humping my leg. He's like, hurry up. I'm starting to get horny here. And it was just all in good fun and stuff. Eventually my friend got it figured out and I got the picture with him and stuff. But I mean, I know he gets a lot of, you know, there's a lot of people out there that have some not so kind New Jack stories, but it was that was a really funny and really cool New Jack interaction.
That's a good one. I like that one.
Yeah.
I thought you guys would.
I enjoy humping legs as much as the next guy. So
Yes.
And see, I think that's why I did this story. I shared it especially for you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And another thing that I really appreciate is well, let's see if I can get this.
It's time for Chic of the Week.
Pat, I love this.
Hell yeah.
Real quick, I want to get this out before we get to the Chic of the Week, before I forget. Macho Man, actually, just to kind of tie this back around to the show, was actually born here in Columbus, went to like a year of high school here in Columbus, and then, you know, and then moved out. And then he's also in the main event of the show we're reviewing tonight. So how about that?
There you go. Well,
and
I was just rushing Chic of the Week because I really want to light my blunt.
And to that comment there, Brandon, do not be surprised if all of a sudden your wife comes and kicks you. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, calling the dogs.
Yep.
So the first Chic of the Week this week, New Jack Bubba, you party A to the Z, and forever you make me laugh. I can't believe you gone, Bubba damn.
Bubba damn.
Bubba damn.
Bubba damn.
Yes. And then as of 3 days ago, he said, you can stop looking for my fucking boot. It is up Hulk Hogan's ass. Hashtag WWE on A&E.
Well, damn.
Damn.
Guys, if you don't follow the Iron Sheik on Twitter, do yourself a favor and follow him.
You need to follow him.
It's worth a chuckle.
The guys who manage him are the same guys who manage like Virgil and all his social media these days.
Oh, well, they're not up to the same par.
No.
But I think that brings us to da-na-na, na-na-na.
Shane, have you watched They Live yet?
No, but I will be soon.
Yeah.
Breaking news?
Breaking
news.
Yeah,
we got a patron, and that was the requirement.
Yeah,
we
Shane
exactly one Patreon.
Shane set the bar so low.
Even we could accomplish it.
I was really hoping it would be crypto, right? But then one of my buddies subbed without knowing that was the thing, and I already said what I said, so I guess I'm watching They Live.
So yeah, in the next few weeks, once I'm off work, Shane and I we're gonna have a They Live viewing party, and I'm gonna fucking watch Shane watch it, and I'm just gonna enjoy every fucking.
You know what? Just because, like I said, because you guys again know, I'm gonna have a lot of time on my hands coming up here in the next at least the next few weeks and stuff, and next few months actually. But I might want to get in on that just to watch his reactions.
Yeah.
Fun with that. It's going to be a blast. Maybe that'll be a live Twitch stream or something we do.
Yeah,
nice.
We have a Twitch now. Nobody's watching us on it, but we have a Twitch.
No, that would be fun. We could do a live Twitch stream, and we could let everyone enjoy Shane's sufferation at watching a movie that he's going to absolutely hate.
You know what? I'm just gonna say, I actually, when I watched it a couple weeks ago, because it was one of the first movies I watched once I hurt myself and I was off work and I had all this time on my hands. I actually enjoyed it quite a bit.
It's a great movie. And the crazy thing is, like, you watch it now and it's like more prescient than ever. Like, you're like, Jesus Christ. It's
freaky. It happened yesterday almost.
It hits home. It hits close to home. So
yeah.
But yeah, that's gonna come up. So keep an eye out for the I think we just decided on a Twitch stream. So we'll do something.
Okay.
We'll do something. We're gonna have fun.
Well,
it's gonna be a good time.
Moving on from They Live, we sadly have they no longer working for WWE. We had some NXT releases this week. I don't have the full list in front of me. There are a lot of people that had limited TV time to no TV time at all. But there are a couple that I would say are being mourned a little less than some others.
Yeah, you lost some talent that had been with the company for a while too. Obviously, you lost the Velveteen Dream, and that's all I'm going to say about that. But you also lost like Jessamine Duke, who is like one of the four horsewomen of like MMA. You know, she was part of Rousey's kind of group that all came in sort of together. Yeah,
Marina Shafir and Shayna Baszler.
You lost her, and then you lost Alexander Wolf as well, which
that's a loss.
Yeah, I mean it's weird because he was in Imperium, but also it never really made sense that he was in Imperium. Like he never fit the mold of the group at all, and we I kind of shot that to the group, the fact that he had been released, and I think that sooner rather than later, Tim Thatcher turns on Ciampa, and then you just get Ring Conf again, just renamed Imperium. Like that's
wasn't Alexander Wolf though? Wasn't he part of Ring Conf back in the day?
No, that was Timothy Thatcher.
Okay, I could have sworn he was as well too.
Yeah. And then you have Axel Dieter Jr., who is the tall one with the hair. And Marcel Barthel. Yeah, he was, and then the shorter one, whatever his name is. Yeah, was also
Marcel the Shell.
Yes,
Marcel the Shell with shoes on. If you haven't seen that YouTube video, go check it out. Good shit.
Okay, that brings up. We're just trying to burn through some topics here before we get to the main event.
One of those topics was definitely not Marcel the Shell with shoes on.
The shell that lives in hell.
No, Marcel the Shell is something worth checking out. It's funny. It's good shit. My kid loves it.
We do have something that set the business back 30 years this week.
Oh God, do we have to talk about this?
The zombies. This is straight up Return of RoboCop marketing bullshit.
I'm gonna take this one over and get my feelings out.
Thanks.
Because I may hate this more than Isaac and Dozer do.
Isaac hasn't seen it yet.
No, shut up! I did watch it. I absolutely did watch it. Are you kidding me?
Wow! Isaac,
I watched it.
Oh no, you didn't.
Mm-hmm.
No, you didn't.
I swear to God, I watched it. I watched it. There was some,
Yeah. So I'm gonna set it up real quick. Johnny Mundo, backstage, there is a dressing room that says Lumberjacks. He opens it up. It's zombies. He goes, "Whoa, man, are those like the Lumberjacks for the night?" Okay. And then he just like opens it up and runs away. And then he like goes to the Miz and he's like, "Miz, like listen, there's freaking zombies. Like there's zombies." And the Miz, of course, is like, "What the fuck are you talking about? Zombies?" He's like, "Dude, there's zombies." So Miz and Damian Priest hit the ring. Lumberjacks come and they're zombies. There is smoke. There, the Thunderdome is changed into a post-apocalyptic wasteland. The announcers are freaking out. They run away.
Graves is freaking out, yelling at Batista.
Yes, yeah. The announcers run away. They come back to the table for some reason. The Miz and Morrison both end up getting eaten, and then the rest of the night, the announcers don't care. They act like it doesn't happen. Oh, I want to see that, DBJ.
I hate to disappoint you guys, but he's a dirty liar.
Fucking Zubaz.
Drink.
Fucking Zubaz.
Yeah, you are.
Let me tell you.
Yeah.
This is maybe the most mad I've ever been at WWE, and that's including sitting through the 5 hours of Saudi Arabia as the greatest Royalist Rumble of all the Royal Rumbles.
Oh,
You watched that?
It was
This-
royal.
yes.
Come
Oh,
on,
yeah,
we got
dude.
Titus World Slide out of that.
Yeah, I mean, there's one okay thing, but there was no story going into it. There's nothing. There was no Halloween show. There was no anything. They just brought out zombies because Vince likes Batista and Netflix paid him enough money to do so, and it was infuriating as a fan. It made no sense anywhere, and it made me very angry.
And I hate to say it, I think the universe agreed with you
Mm-hmm.
because the Miz got eaten by zombies and the Miz got injured. The Miz doesn't fucking get injured.
Nope. Well, so did John Morrison. He got eaten by zombies, but he was okay the next day. So he
yeah,
must have
Yeah, but
But that
Miz got
wasn't as
legitimately
clear
hurt.
as the Miz literally being swarmed in the ring and just eaten.
God, it was
Yeah.
so
John
awkward.
Morrison kind of got pulled behind the barricade.
I
I
think-
mean,
I think Vampiro summed up my thoughts, man.
And again, so much. We got so much.
you didn't even
You
watch
suck
it.
so
Get out of here.
Wow, I watched. I didn't watch it live, but once you said there were zombies involved,
Oh.
like, are you kidding me?
Oh,
You think I'm not going to go watch that train wreck,
Dude,
dude?
Just like, and I'll tell you what made it even worse is the fact that there was no blood anywhere. Like, they didn't sell it at all, and the rest of the night they just acted like it didn't happen. There's an
Right.
active zombie outbreak in whatever fucking sports arena they're in right now.
How great would it have been if somebody got busted open in the match and the Lumberjacks couldn't control themselves anymore and just came into the ring to end it? Like,
Ugh.
that
If
would have
you're
been
gonna- if
fucking
you're gonna
better.
Do it, and that's the thing is like this is what this and this is why it sucks. You could have gotten away with something like this in Lucha Underground.
Yeah, and that's
Mhm.
what I was talking to Wade about. That's why I said I was like maybe another promotion that has like a wacky and wild universe
Yeah.
already. You know, like
Lucha
their world.
Underground.
Maybe it makes sense. And you know, and like I would have even let it slip if this was like a show, maybe a pay-per-view on Halloween. Like whatever, man. Like I get it. It's hokey and it's stupid, but this was just such a fucking balls deep money grab. It was just so obvious and it ruined the match and I paid for it. Like I paid for that without being told that's what was going on.
I think I got a new segment for you guys for this show. Things that were things that are better than zombies, and you could do things like Vince Russo winning the WCW title, or
I sent out a tweet apologizing to Vince Russo for anything I've ever said bad about his booking.
I mean this legitimately. The Gobbledygooker and the Shockmaster are both better things than that match.
So is Glacier.
But
Yeah, dude.
here's the thing. I think this. I mean, I think it was Russo who was saying this to us. Was talking about the idea of like WWE doesn't really give a shit about fans. They don't really give a shit about ratings.
Yeah, that was Russo. Yeah.
And like they only, they sell their advertising and they sell like they did their fucking huge Peacock deal, etc. They just have to fill up time. And so anytime somebody comes along and offers them a fucking chunk of money to do something stupid, they don't have to think about it. They're like, great, we just got paid X amount of dollars and they wrote this fucking like 30-minute segment for us or whatever.
Yeah.
And like I think they genuinely have stopped caring at all what the fans think.
They don't care about us at all.
Nope,
If
they
that's
No. Yeah. And that like
I'm just
it-
glad that people are starting to like recognize it because like AEW's like bad, like they do a lot of hokey, stupid shit, but this is up there. And I'm sorry, like for me, this isn't as bad as that wasn't as bad as Money in the Bank was to me.
I thought Money in the Bank was at least enjoyable.
No. This was so much worse than Money in the Bank. You can Yeah, dude, it was so much worse. No, because this was clearly Vince receiving money to do something stupid. At least Money in the Bank was like homegrown, like WWE stupidity
Homegrown stupid.
in the interest of entertaining us, right? Like, there's nobody in the back that looked at this and went, you know what, people are gonna enjoy this like more than there's no way.
Yes, and
Who
that
would have
my
enjoyed
and for
that?
me, that is just one of the reasons why the Money in the Bank was worse, because they were sitting back there being like, "Oh, people are gonna really enjoy this," and it was so fucking like for me, and like this is the thing is like with the zombie thing, and it was atrocious. It was really really bad, right? But for me, like it was in a spot in the pay-per-view that wasn't that important. It wasn't made to feel important. It wasn't what the whole pay-per-view is based around. And there wasn't anything at stake.
Yeah.
Right. For real. Whereas like the Money in the Bank match, like there was a very clear fucking like this is what hold on. This is what's at stake. It's a title shot. You get a title shot anytime you want, which is almost a guaranteed shot at the fucking heavyweight championship. 2 people died in that match. It's 2 people just like this one. They got thrown off a building and showed up the next day. And also there was a food fight in the middle. There was like a fucking bunch of bullshit comedy. And so by the end of it, the thing that's like the most important thing in your company, which is this title that represents being the best, this shot at it was made to be a joke, and that a food fight is somehow more important than a shot of running up and getting the briefcase. Whereas the zombie thing was, yeah, it was fucking atrocious, but they've done tons of stupid, offensive shit like that. That's embarrassing. And to me, like to have that long of a fucking goddamn pay-per-view focus on something that's supposed to be important, and you just take, oh, we'll have a fight here and we'll have a fight here and we'll have a fight there, and I don't know.
Yeah,
You want all of Isaac's thoughts on the Money in the Bank? Go watch our Money in the Bank episode. If that is still, I'm not sure that's posted. No, that's posted to our YouTube.
I think it is. I think that's
it's really early.
That's old school.
Really early.
It's really early. It's really
YouTube,
shit, but it's there. But
it's old school. But anyway,
that brings us to
that's my rant. That's my rant for the night.
Thanks for the brand new segment of Dozer's Question of the Week, where I ask the panel here a question they have no prep for, no idea what it is, and we get their hot takes on it.
All right.
Now,
all right.
We're starting off with a softball question this week. What is the iconic SmackDown theme song for you? When you think of SmackDown, what's the song that you think of?
Beautiful People.
That's what I was going to say. Beautiful People.
Dude, I can't even think of a SmackDown theme song right now. Let me just one second. You guys talk about the Beautiful People.
I mean, that's the one, and maybe it's in my head fresh because of the conversations we had about it being used on the first Raw's War as the theme for that, and then quickly drop. I mean, but I didn't watch as much SmackDown as I did Raw. I watched a lot more Raw than I watched SmackDown, just because of the time frame.
Okay, so I know my answer. It's I Want It All, the one that started in 2003. And I won't be denied. Oh,
yeah.
That one. Oh.
Was there a while where it was Green Day?
Yeah, that was like 09. It was Know Your Enemy, dude.
Yes. God,
it was Know Your Enemy. For me, it is Rise Up.
Which one's that one?
I remember that one.
Rise Up. I can't do it well, but it was Drowning Pool doing it. Jim Johnson wrote it, then Drowning Pool did it for the majority of the run, and that was minutes.
Yeah. That one was good too. My one was the one with the fist, right? Yeah, I had the fist.
That might have been right around the birth of the fist.
Yeah, that's why it kicks ass, because the fist is everything.
Yes. So finally, we can get to tonight's main event. And that is WCW Spring Stampede 1997. We open the show. There's a weird-ass Western set going on. There's some pyro like it's being shot up. And, it happened.
WCW.
At its
WCW.
finest.
There was a weird.
Dude,
It's
wait
such
till
a
we
weird
get to
concept, dude. What a weird.
wait till we get to like
concept.
Road Wild or Hog Wild from this year. Like you two are not gonna know what to do. That shit's at the fucking bike rally in Dakota or whatever. Sturgis. They held multiple pay-per-views
Oh my
live from
god,
Sturgis,
right? And
dude.
everyone's just sitting
Yeah.
on motorcycles, revving
Just
their
revving,
engines.
dude. They're insane to watch.
Holy shit! Yes, dude.
The main
What a-
event of like the main event of the first one, which might have been '97, was like Dennis Rodman and Hollywood Hogan versus some other basketball star and Lex Luger, maybe DDJ.
Sorry, say that again. I was a little distracted with something going on. I apologize, guys.
No, you're good. The first spring Stampede main event, wasn't that Rodman and Hogan versus like Karl Malone and Lex Luger or DDP or something?
No, actually, the first Spring Stampede main event was Ric Flair versus Ricky Steamboat.
No, not Spring Stampede. My bad, buddy.
the Sturgis one, the motorcycle.
Road Wild, Hog Wild. They renamed it.
No, the first main event for that was Hogan versus the Giant. When Hogan won his first title as the leader of the NWO.
Oh, so that would be '97. Okay,
That was '96.
Was that '96?
Yeah, because it was like about a month after the NWO formed.
Oh, okay. So '97 is probably Hogan and Rodman versus Luger or DDP and Carl.
97 Bash at the Beach was Hogan and Rodman versus Luger and the Giant. 98 was DDP and Karl Malone versus Hogan and Rodman.
Oh, okay. Fuck. All right.
And then Road Wild 99 was Randy Savage versus Dennis Rodman.
You are insane. You, sir, are just...
I don't know how you know all of that off the top of your head, but damn.
I do. The wrestling Rain Man, dude. He's fucking well, man.
He is.
Well, all I gotta say, and I'm gonna say it here right now, is that I fucking love you, DDJ. I just want to give a shout out to our boy. What do you say with DDJ? I really do appreciate you coming on.
Well,
and,
you know what? I'm just gonna say
grateful
like
for you.
this. You know, I stick with my friends. You know, I try to be as loyal to my friends as I can be. The ones that actually stick by me, the ones that actually care about me outside of this crazy little thing we call pro wrestling. And you guys, more so than a lot of other people, out there. And stuff like that, really exemplify that because, I hear from you guys all the time asking how I'm feeling, because, again, you guys know I've got, something going on next week that I'm a little worried about and stuff, and you guys have been nothing but supportive. So, yeah.
See, absolutely. Everyone, we are good people behind everything else. We promise. We don't fake that.
I'm not going to make any claims for myself, but because that, what is that but a subjective thing? But I do try.
But we always put out this, we don't care about anything, but we actually care about stuff.
I care about tequila, weed, and titties, baby. Woo!
There you go. We're back on the horse, baby.
Yes.
Versus Ultimate Dragon. Let's go.
Speaking of tequila, that brings us to Rey Mysterio Jr. versus Ultimate Dragon. No, there are no spelling mistakes. This is how WCW spelled this shit.
It made me so mad.
Yeah, I know. I thought that too when I was watching that.
Even I don't remember if it was Shivani or Tenay. I think it was Tenay, but it's like the Ultimate Dragon, or as you could say, the Ultimo Dragon. It's like, why didn't you just call him the Ultimo Dragon? You fucking idiots! Like,
yeah, it's unreal, but it was a great fucking match.
It's so good.
It was so good. What a great way to start a pay-per-view. And coming
best
off
match on the card.
And coming off that last garbage fucking pay-per-view we watched, it was a breath of fresh air. As weird as everything is, watching a WCW pay-per-view compared to a WWF pay-per-view at the time, because it really did feel fucking like ADD as hell. Like, I don't know, dude. It was like boo, boo, boo. Like Jesus Christ. Like, it really did feel like they were trying to keep people fucking like nonstop going, almost to a fault. But this first match really kicked things off to a great extent.
Yeah. No, go ahead, Dozer. Take the reins.
But before I came on tonight, I was just giving a quick listen to the 83 Weeks podcast where they talked about this pay-per-view. And even they were saying this is by far the best match of the card. The cruiserweights really shined here.
Both cruiserweight matches whooped ass.
Yes.
There was a lot of good in ring match, the matches themselves for the most part, 3/4 of the matches were good, but then every finish sucked.
The finishes were horrible, but that's WCW.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's WCW. You're gonna start seeing why, work rate people watched WCW over WWE if they weren't gonna, go watch Japanese bootlegs or whatever, because WCW more than WWE this time did give some amount of play to actual workers.
Yep.
And their cruiserweight division is what kept that company alive for as long as it did. Because without the cruiserweight division, it's just a bad ripoff of WWF. And that's the bottom line.
Yeah. I will say, at least WCW at the time, while I hated the commentary because it talks this much about the match, they are very good about keeping the stories going without breaking the pace of the show.
And those guys are all Dusty is ridiculous, but he's so entertaining. Yeah. Schiavone is just, especially at that time, one of the best in the business.
He's really that kind of veteran workhorse, right? That never really gets the credit he deserves and might not start every season, but is teaching someone something. You know what I mean? He's that Josh McCown in the NFL. I know DDJ will get that reference, but yeah. And then obviously the brain, dude.
Yeah, and he's, even at that point, you just can tell the brain is, he's incredible, but you can also tell he doesn't give a shit. That was the thing I could tell the most about Bobby at that point, is he did not give a fuck.
I think he pretty much was open about her. Any stories you read about him was that at that time he was basically, I think he even himself came out and said, I think he just went down there for the money.
Yeah, and you could just tell, and he was he would just be yeah, whatever. Even at the very end of the pay-per-view, Schiavone's about to say something, he just cuts him off to say his own thing. And Schiavone is just giving him this fucking look, what the fuck, man? You completely stopped me. And it was just yeah, dude, he did not.
But that's why I think it worked so well in WCW, because he's just fucking talking. And like I said, the Bobby the Brain Heenan in WCW around this time especially is the king of just talking about nothing and making you care about it. He is just babbling the entire time, and it's just the best. It's wonderful.
Yeah, a true fucking legend.
100%. Right. I think it's time we give our ratings to this match.
Real ass dude of the week.
Did we actually talk about the match? I don't think we did.
It was really good opener. It was a really fun opener. It was a great way to kick off the show.
There was a lot going on. Any fucking of those. But, again, this might have been one of, the least fucky finishes, maybe, of the whole pay-per-view, because it was an actual, real finish.
I think it may have been the only one really even if you count what happened in the main event, I think it was the only one that was pretty clean throughout. I think everything else, there was some sort of shenanigans or something.
Yeah, it was either fucking, what's his name? Eastbound and Down was the ref. Or fucking... Yeah, something was going
down, dude. It's fucking Nick Patrick, man.
I know, but
Nick Patrick.
The cutoffs, the mullet, dude. It's fucking straight.
Eastbound and down.
But it was almost 15-minute match, just shy of 15 minutes, and fucking Ray hit the Rana out of nowhere and got the 1, 2, 3, and it was a fucking solid 4-star match. And I was genuinely excited when I was oh shit, this is who's starting this pay-per-view, because I started watching it basically right after watching fucking Revenge of the Taker, and That one was fucking just sweaty balls.
Yeah. A couple big takeaways from this one. I love that Ultimo Dragon really took like a step down from high flying because he was like the old veteran that's gonna beat the shit out of this newcomer, relative newcomer, new face on the scene, hotshot kid Rey Mysterio, which is really weird to hear.
Junior.
But yeah, Rey Mysterio Jr. Yeah, and I just really like the fact that he tried to ground him because he realized that like Rey Mysterio is like this savant of flying, especially at this age when he can just do whatever he wants. Yeah, I mean, I really like that about the match, and I liked how much they put over Ray's flying in the same like respect as well. Like it meant so much to Ultimo Dragon to not let Rey Mysterio fly that the only thing Rey Mysterio could do to win was fly and hit him with some bullshit out of nowhere. Yeah, this match was really, really good, and I think it's an underrated match in both men's catalogs. You don't really ever hear people talk about it, like when you hear the best Rey Mysterio matches, best Ultimate Dragon matches. I think it's like a 4.25 to me.
Yeah, I mean,
it's that good.
Yeah, it was really good. I'd say I'd give it a solid 4.
Yep.
I'm going to give it a 4. Even though I didn't talk about it much, I'll give it a 4.
All right. So
Dozer, the infamous promo's playing on your TV right now.
Oh.
Speaking of which, yeah, they edited this shit, dude.
They went with the Turner Home Entertainment version where it was
Mhm.
edited.
They really did.
It was not edited on the network.
It's just such a bummer. It's just such a bummer.
Did all of our hosts agree with Meltzer? For the most part, yes. Yes, we did. He gave it a 4.25.
Oh.
Shane's spot on, so you know what that means.
I'll drink to that. I'll take a shot to that.
Oh no.
That brings us to our next match, which is for, if I remember correctly, this is the women's title, but is it the women's cruiserweight title?
No. It's the women's heavyweight title.
Just the women's WCW World Women's Championship. It was
Okay.
It was the heavyweight. They kept calling it the heavyweight.
Yeah. They harped on heavyweight the entire match on
weird.
commentary. I remember that.
Yeah, Sonny Ono with the camera, incredibly racist, but also very funny because racism was funny in the 90s. And but I swear to God, dude, like all the fucking Japanese women wrestlers they brought in were terrifying.
Yeah,
that was the whole thing. Is that
we didn't see a lot of it back then.
Yeah, like here's the bottom line, right? Is they had to portray them in a scary way because they could actually work. And I'm not saying Medusa is a stupid bimbo, but like a lot of the stupid bimbos they had wrestling them, like they're just gonna beat the piss out of them because they're not gonna look weak against, Jillian Hall. They're not gonna, look weak against like Nydia. Not that Nydia is a stupid move. You know what I mean? But like they're not gonna look weak against these girls. So of course they're gonna be scary.
Hey, I'm sorry. Can I rewind for like just a minute and
rewind?
Talk about Lee Marshall trying to interview Kevin Nash real quick.
Jesus.
And the Steiner brothers showing up out of nowhere and fucking Scotty hitting a cop or whatever and then getting fucking pepper sprayed for
my God,
30 seconds.
Forever, dude. Yeah.
Oh, incredible. All I could think of was fucking next Friday and fucking it takes 20 minutes. I've been sprayed 9 times. It takes 20 minn't You gotta get the hose. You got 19 to go.
The two things that bother me about that is one, did that take place in the Rey Mysterio match, or was that the one after?
Right after. There was one right before, I think, and one right after.
Also, why didn't Kevin Nash get arrested for spitting on someone? I think that's assault in all 50 states. What
do you think, Nat?
Well, he thinks that Scott Hall had to be written off this pay-per-view for other reasons.
And then they also kept talking about how, he just wasn't around, and This was when he was just no-showing, right?
He was no-show, and he was dealing with personal problems.
Personal problems.
We'll
They
leave it
should've-
at that because we don't want to talk ill of personal problems. If you need help, get help.
Yes,
That
please.
is the most important thing. It doesn't matter what the problem is. Find help and get it.
There's definitely no shortage of places to go get help.
There's plenty of places you can get help all you want, man. It's fucking great.
And then what about are there places for people like Isaac that clearly can't get enough help?
No. Jesus.
I love
mean,
you, Isaac.
Well,
and
if-
no.
if we ever
absolutely not.
need a
There's no place
sponsor,
for them.
This would be a great spot for BetterHelp.com to sponsor us.
Right? But instead, we're fucking.
They don't
we're,
sponsor us, so we'll
yeah,
just
we're-
continue.
We do have one sponsor though, and that's the Credit Union of Northern Tennessee, and we want to
Oh,
give them a
no.
quick shout out.
Yes. Thank you to the Credit Union in Northern Tennessee. Can we please rate this match between the woman whose name I cannot pronounce and Medusa? Or talk about it or do anything about this match?
Just do another blur. We didn't talk about it at all again.
No, but
really
we did
wasn't
talk
fun
about
to
we
talk
talked,
about.
we
Just
talked about
none.
the mace though in the pepper spray.
It was a 5-minute match. It could have gone on a little longer.
Yeah.
I'll give it
Yeah.
a star and a half. And I'm probably being generous.
Yeah, I mean the funny thing is like the first like 2 or 3 minutes of the match, like literally commentary did not talk about it at all. Like they were just talking about anything but that. I think like they were just focused completely on the fact that Scott Steiner got pepper sprayed, and then and then Tony like finally brings it up and fucking. And like they're like, oh yeah, I guess we should probably talk about this. But yeah, it was pretty crap. It was pretty fucking shitty all the way around.
Yeah.
And Luna Vachon just showed up for like a quarter second.
Yeah, and
And-
then they botched the
The power bomb.
yeah, dude.
Yeah, the botched
My-
power bomb that looked like a power bomb, but it,
My favorite part of this match was Sonny Ono like doing the worst just little bitch slaps on Medusa's head. Like little kid slaps. He's like and then Bobby the Brain Heenan is just going on about how he's like working her or whatever, and Tony Schiavone goes, "You do not hit a lady, Bobby," and like it just like moves on.
Oh god, so good. The match not good.
Not good.
No.
Not good. at
No,
all.
it's a skip. There's no reason to
Yeah, it
even
was
why.
a
It's
half.
If
a
we
one.
start skipping at this match,
It was
there's
a
a lot
match.
of skips.
No,
it was
a
a
match.
it was a half star for me.
It
It was
one.
not good. There wasn't anything
Yeah.
about it that's worth ever going back and revisiting. You didn't
Yeah,
even get. I mean, I guess the only thing is positive is you got to see Luna Vachon's ass, and you didn't have to see her crazy ass face.
Yeah.
Because Luna
And-
Vachon had fucking ass for days, bro. I need a mile of her shit just to see where it came from, man.
Well, that's 1 mile. That's 1 mile more shit I eat.
Hey, you know, nobody's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then there are people like you that would eat a mile of somebody's shit, and it's kind of.
Have you seen her ass, dude?
No, Dozer, we might be getting into territory here.
Just saying.
Well,
but yes,
I'm-
half a star.
I'm going to
No,
give
I'll
it.
give it 3/4 because I'm going to give a quarter star for Luna's booty.
Okay. I'm going to give it a whole star.
Yeah, 1 star. It was a match.
Yeah, DDJ, have you given this a rating?
1.5 he gave
I
it.
gave it 1.5, and I was being
yes.
really generous.
Sorry,
You
I
gave
got
it a half star.
I
for
got
that
taken
booty.
off track because booty.
Delicious.
And you know what? We all failed. The Meltzer gave it 2.5 stars.
Bro.
2.5. What realm of the universe?
Dude, you know Medusa was
The
blowing.
multiverse.
I don't know. But that brings us to our next match.
Meltzer's always been full of shit, dude.
Yeah.
That is ridiculous. There's no way. There is absolutely no way in any fucking
Prince
planet.
Iacocca, Prince
Yeah.
Iacocca,
Prince
Lord
Lee
Steven.
Iacocca taking on Lord Steven Regal for the WCW World Television Championship.
Fuck Meltzer. We need
And
a fuck Dave Meltzer shirt.
Man, get
we can't
out of
afford
here.
his
Wait.
lawyers.
Don't you guys have one?
No, we have a fuck
Vince-
Russo
Oh, that's right. And then
and
the
a fuck Kevin
one.
Dunn.
Yeah,
I believe there is actually on Pro Wrestling Tees. I believe there's one in the something to wrestle with store. I believe there's an FDM shirt on there, and it's in the NWO style.
Nice.
I may need that shirt.
I think we all might need that shirt.
Can we make like a fuck Jim Cornette shirt just to like round
No.
out the trio?
Because we
Yes.
loved him.
No, we don't. No, we don't. You might with your little.
No, I don't want a letter from Stephen
know.
P. New.
Yeah, I'm not dealing with Stephen P. New, bro. Hell no.
But before we get into this match, just something I want to address. Before the pay-per-view, on their way there, Steven Regal and both of the Benoits were in a car accident that the car flipped multiple times before getting to the show.
Yep.
Wow.
And they actually talk about that shit on the what is it, the Superstar line or whatever they called it for WCW.
The WCW hotline.
Yeah, because there was at one point fucking Mean Gene was pimping it, and he's like, there was a car crash involving two.
Oh,
of our
yeah.
superstars. If you want to find out all the details, but if you're a kid, ask for parents' permission.
Yeah.
But
ask for-
call.
Oh yeah. I didn't.
Yeah, and then he goes back and
This is going to beg a question here. Did any of you guys ever call the WCW hotline?
hell
No.
I didn't watch
They didn't-
WCW.
They didn't watch WCW, and I wasn't alive.
I didn't watch, and I didn't call.
I mean, I
the
was alive, but I was like,
WWF hotline either. I didn't call the Superstar line either because I knew that if I fucking called a 1-900 number, my parents would fucking murder me.
Yep.
And it was not worth finding out fucking what was going on with the British Bulldog and fucking Owen Hart, to fucking get my ass whooped by my dad for fucking spending $85 on a phone call.
Well, I never called either of those. I can say at a party once, maybe we did call Miss Cleo.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, shit, bro. I loved those commercials. Call now for your free psychic reading. So good. So good.
Oh, what's your name? You should know.
Yeah, what is your name, man? I'm
So-
a woman.
Prince Lee Iacocca.
Yeah,
Who-
yeah. Prince Iacocca.
I have no idea who that is, by the way.
The Rock's clone.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's WCW's version.
Rocky Maivia.
Yeah, Rocky Maivia. That being said, he goes on. Maybe at the end of this year, maybe early in '80, he turns into the artist formerly known as Prince Iacocca.
The
and then
artist.
and then the artist, and then he becomes Gold Dust, and it's a really weird. It's a really weird thing.
What a great but like honestly, when I was reading that, because I was like, who the fuck is this guy? And I checked out his Wikipedia, and when I saw he went from Prince Aya fucking whatever Majaga to fucking Iacocca. I know. I'm sorry. It's because I'm Jewish.
Iacocca.
But the Iacocca, Prince Iacocca, but like the idea of going from Prince to the artist formerly known as is a fucking great gimmick, and I gotta fucking tip my cap to that because that's
he ends up paired with Paisley, who would end up going on to being Queen Charmel, Booker T's wife.
Okay.
How about that for some DDJ knowledge up in the brain? Yeah, this match was also pretty fucking good. It wasn't as good as the opening match, and it was really just a Lord Steven Regal led kind of just baby face heel romps. William Regal, Steven Regal this time is doing all of the heel shit. He's talking shit to each corner of the crowd.
Yeah, he goes out of the ring and spends like a minute working the crowd.
He's taking his time, but it's not boring. It just makes sense because of the way he's carrying himself, and
it was a clinic on how to establish yourself as the heel of the match.
In this legitimately, this match had my favorite moment from the whole pay-per-view. And it's stupid. I don't know why it's my favorite moment from the whole pay-per-view, but it legitimately is. And there was a point after a lockup where William Regal like calls the referee over and he's like, "Get over here." And like very big. And he's like, "He punched me in my face." And he's like, "This is bullshit." And I don't know what it was about that moment where he like so obviously like just was like, I mean, it's just perfect. It's like perfect heel work.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I don't know, dude. I fucking love it. And I think that was like, I messaged the group. I was like, I sent to the group chat. It's like, God, dude, he's just like, he's the fucking best. He's the best.
Oh, yeah.
He's one of the best heels of all time.
But I think so much of his work was not appreciated when he was in the ring. But now looking back, it just shines so much better.
I mean, he is legitimately one of the best heels of all time.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, yeah, Steven Regal, William Regal, he's one of those guys that it's almost like I can't remember who was saying the song, don't know what you got till it's gone, but he clearly falls in that category where you don't know what you got till it's gone and stuff. So,
and even now on it with like what minimal work he does with NXT, like any moment he's on there, I mean, he brings so much credibility, so much.
Yeah, you know what the fuck it be.
He's the only tolerable authority figure. Period. End of story.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, and really the turning point for NXT was them firing Jibble, and then the moment William Regal got hired, it clicked, and then became just this factory.
The fact that Jibble was ever the commissioner of NXT is fucking ludicrous.
They put that idiot in charge of anything.
And even if it's kayfabe, fucking it makes no sense. It makes no sense to have.
He's not the person you want promoting the young talent.
You don't want him anywhere near the young talent. You don't want him anywhere near him. Keep that motherfucker and his fucking bad bullshit away. He was fine. Like, he had the best clothesline of all time, but other than that, Jesus Christ.
But anyways, back to Lord Steven Regal versus Prince Iacocca.
Yeah, like I said, my favorite moment from the whole pay-per-view is in that. The match is itself is fine. Iacocca didn't impress me that much, but Regal's great.
Yeah, I mean, Regal obviously. I don't remember who won.
Prince Iacocca. He retained.
Regal.
Oh yeah, because he puts him in like the Regal stretches after the match. Yep. Yeah, it was just a good match that Prince Iacocca had no reason to be involved in, but he was, and it was like, I don't know, like a 3 1/4.
2.
Yeah, I gotta say 2. It was
no, it was so much better than a 2. Get out of here, man.
Regal was great.
I'll give it 2 3/4.
Regal was great, but Iacocca, there's a reason why nobody knows who he is.
Well, I hate to say it to you, we've all been more generous than the Dave Meltzer.
Oh, really?
He gave it 1.5.
It was so much better than that fucking woman's match. Jesus Christ, Meltzer.
And you know what?
Man, I actually like this match. Like, I don't think I'd go back and like necessarily watch it again, but I think as like a one-time watch, they told a good story. The work was fine.
Like it just wasn't. It was a 2 for me.
You know what? That brings us to this match. Where we had the Public Enemy, that is how it was written, versus Steve Mongo McMichael and the worst wrestler who can actually wrestle, Jeff Jarrett.
I fucking hate
Slap
Public
nuts.
Enemy. I fucking hate Public Enemy. I got to come out and say it. And the reason I hate Public Enemy is a weird one because I'm a fucking weird dude. But I am an old school hip hop and rap fan, and literally like the first rap group I ever fell in love with is Public Enemy. So anytime I hear Public Enemy, I think of Chuck D, Flavor Flav, Terminator X. You know,
not two middle-aged white guys going.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, okay, obviously, like you're fucking, and yeah, I don't know. It is what it is, but I don't like Public Enemy.
Flyboy Rocco Rock.
I literally remember none of this actual match.
Flavor Flav. It was fucking rubbish, dude.
Flavor Flav. Flyboy Rocco Rock is in Public Enemy. The other one, Johnny Grunge or whatever.
Yeah.
Flavor Flav is in the real Public Enemy.
Oh, yeah, dude. He's also on Flavor of Love. Fucking weirdo.
Yeah, he's done a bunch of embarrassing shit for sure.
But, yeah, this match was really bad. Mainly because Steve Mongo McMichael is just really terrible. He was always bad in the ring. He was never good in the ring. It's really one of the first just like, it's not really nepotism, but it's like star related nepotism where you just forget how bad they are and you just let them go. This guy was part of the Four Horsemen, man.
And what was it?
The worst Four Horsemen.
And it was just because he.
Oh no. I'm gonna stop Dozer right there. That was not the worst iteration of the Four Horsemen.
There's worse.
Yeah, don't forget the time. I'm talking about the time when Paul Roma was part of the group.
Oh fuck.
Oh, geez.
So wait, so Steve Mongo McMichaels. The reason he was there is just because of his football career.
Yeah, absolutely. He was just done with football, and he wasn't even like a huge star at that point. He was like a good player. You know what I mean? Like he's never making the NFL Hall of Fame.
It wasn't like he was a good player on a great team, was he? I mean, did he win? He won a Super Bowl?
I don't know.
20?
DDJ?
Super Bowl 20?
I'm sorry, say that again.
Mongo won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, he was part of the 85 Bears. And then if I'm not mistaken, I'll look it up real quick. I know he was in, I think the last year he played, I believe he was on Green Bay. So I'm looking up to see if he may have been. I don't think he was.
No, I think he only won Super Bowl 20. And I think that was the one with the Bears.
I'm looking to see if I can.
Because I was looking up, I was like, who the fuck is this guy? And why is he on my TV? And they literally made a reference to him as being fucking Mongo from fucking Blazing Saddles.
Yeah. That was Super Bowl 20 was the only one he won. So, but he did have a year. His last year,
guys! I had my own DDJ moment.
Woohoo!
Welcome to the club. Your DDJ cherry has been popped.
Woo! Oh yeah, it was another fucking just absolute garbage match. Fucking just trash all the way around. There was a moment where fucking they literally like one of I don't even remember who it was who fucking hit him with the fucking chair. Maybe it was McMichaels or Jared, but hit one of the Public Enemy dudes with a chair.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy just literally turned around and like started hitting Jared, threw Jared into the stairs and put him on the table because they wanted to do the table spot. He hit him in the back of the fucking head with a chair. And like Public Enemy completely no-sold it. I don't remember which one it was, but completely no-sold it and went right into their own table spot. And I was just like, wait, what? But yeah, that match was terrible. Terrible. It was probably the worst thing of the whole night.
It was terrible. I'm not giving it a rating. No rating. I don't remember the match. No rating.
Wow. All right.
I'll give it, and this is mainly because I'm a Chicago Bears guy. You know, I love Steve McMichael is actually my favorite Chicago Bear of all time. And you know, shout out to Mongo, who's battling ALS right now and is you know in a fight for his life and stuff. So best wishes, to get well and stuff. But I'll give it a half star.
Yeah, it's absolutely a half-star match. It's really not good.
Very bad. Very bad.
So,
and you know what? We all still rated it higher than the Meltzer.
Really?
What did he give it?
He gave it a quarter star.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, he's right.
It was a match.
It was
Yeah.
a match. It was terrible. It was terrible. It was terrible.
And that brings us to our next match, where we have the man of 1,000 holds, Dean Malenko, taking on Wrestler Redacted? Oh, no, Chris Benoit.
Crispin, dude, this match was fucking. This shit was so good. I wish they had a real finish to it because the match itself was so good. And then they literally ended it with a goddamn no contest. No contest? Are you kidding me?
It was just, dude, the ending of it was just out of control insanity, man. You had fucking Jacqueline. You had, who was it?
Jimmy
Sonny
Hart.
Jimmy Hart. It was Jimmy Hart. There was
Jimmy Hart. You had Eddie Guerrero. You had Kevin Sullivan. You had
wasn't not Macho Man, but like it was like the whole fucking NWO bullshit.
Kevin no, because in that match it was like all the run-ins. It was Jacqueline. It was Kevin Sullivan, Jimmy Hart, Eddie Guerrero, and I think that might have been it. I don't think there was anybody else.
Arn Anderson.
Oh yeah, Arn Anderson.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was like,
but that was like Eddie coming down with the arm sling, and they were like, "Oh, Eddie's got the title now."
Yeah,
and it was so like the end was fucking. Is one of those things where like up until like the very last, like maybe the last minute of it, I was like, "This is incredible."
Yep, exactly.
Like these two guys. Like you could just do a 3-hour show of these two guys alone, and it would be better than anything we've ever seen. Like Dean Malenko at that time, young Chris Benoit, like fuck, man, those two guys were incredible wrestlers. And it's fucking like, I mean, it's crazy that like that's how you decide to finish this match. And like right behind you, you see Dozer. There's Eddie being dragged out by Jackie and Arn Anderson and shit, and Sully, and you're just like, none of it made any sense. And it was a goddamn shame because fuck, man. Yeah, they had that suplex spot on the apron onto the floor.
Yeah,
I just saw it on Dozers' screen.
He dunked him.
Holy shit, dude. I thought someone was going to die.
Yeah,
it was so scary.
The fun thing is, like, I know this wasn't being billed as a cruiserweight match, but for WCW, this is still a cruiserweight match. I mean, these guys maybe have moved on, but like both of the cruiserweight matches were like based around respect, right? Mm-hmm. Like, you know, Ultimo Dragon respects Rey Mysterio, so he's going to ground him. And yeah, he might beat the shit out of him and do some like, I'm a veteran, you're a little boy things. You know what I mean? But like Dean Malenko and Chris was the same thing. It was just for the first bit of it was all holds, it was all submissions, it was I'm gonna make you tap out, and then as the match goes on, you have Tony talking, oh, we're gonna see these holds diminish because they're getting tired, they can't put them on, and then they get into the striking, and then Tony and the Brain are explaining that the chops from Benoit only wake Dean up. They're not doing any actual damage.
That was so good.
It's just wake. It hurts.
But boy, does it ever hurt, baby.
Yeah.
But boy, do they ever hurt. Yeah, no, that was not only was it great wrestling, but that commentary, yes, absolutely. That moment caught me too, because I was like, dude, that is fucking great commentary. It's just, chops like that only serve to wake you up. It's like, fuck, what a great match with the worst possible finish. For me, like, it would have been easily a 4-star match if they had a reasonable finish. They could have done something dusty, but they didn't need to go that dusty. It was 3. It ended up being 3 stars. They lost a whole star for that shit.
I was gonna say the same thing because I was actually thinking about like when I was watching this earlier today. I thought about that, like exactly the same mindset, Isaac. It's like you and I are sharing, I guess a brain or something, whatever you want to call it, and that
we could share. We could share whatever you want, baby.
You have a brain, Isaac. Had one at some point.
We can share whatever because I mean, it's not like I've got much else going on in the world of podcasting right now.
All right.
But,
we're gonna do some live streaming of some porn together.
But
we're gonna
nice.
be, we're gonna be JO bros.
But no, I literally thought that exact same thing myself when I watched it. It's like up until the ending, that was easily a 4-star match, but that ending, knocked it down a star. So 3 stars for me as well too. And it's just because of that ending that ruined what was a really good match.
This match to me is a 3.5-star match, and it's what I would have rated it before. But unfortunately, I do think that I overrated the Lord Steven Regal versus Prince Iacocca match. I'm gonna adjust now.
Wait a minute, ladies and gentlemen, breaking news.
Adjusting.
First time ever. Shane's admitting he's wrong.
Fuck yourself. But no, I mean, I realized just how silly this was because to me, Benoit versus Malenko's a 3.5-star match. I think it would have been a 4 to a 4.25 without the fucky finish. I don't feel comfortable knocking it down a whole star. That being said, Iacocca versus Lord Steven Regal will be knocked down to a 2.75 stars.
All right, reasonable.
Just to
Okay.
I'm
perfect.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the fact
I was caught in the heat of battle.
I am drinking to the fact that you admitted that you're wrong. And
that is a good reason to drink. I am going to give this.
And this is a good. Wait, hold on. This is a great opportunity to tell Erin that you love her.
Oh,
because she's gonna like this moment too.
Oh wait. So you want me to tell Erin that I love her after I admitted I was wrong? That doesn't seem okay. Hi, Erin. I love you. Dozer, rate it.
I'm going to give it 3.5. I rather enjoyed it. It's one of the few matches the commentators actually talked about the damn match, which considering out of the 2 times I watched the show, the one time I am just kind of watching while I'm working. So I rely a lot on the commentary to tell me what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, and so if you're not this show.
If the commentary's just going on about random bullshit, I'm getting nothing of the match. So, you know what? Isaac, what did you give this match?
I think I gave it a 3. I think I knocked a whole star off from 4.
Yep, me too.
Okay. 3.5. So we have literally, if we average our ratings together, we've agreed with the Meltzer. 3.25. The Meltzer gave it.
You give it a 3.5-ish?
Yeah, I gave it a 3.5. We both gave it 3.5.
Split like this, you asshole. Look here, over here. 3.5. Oh, actually, no. It was
straight down the middle.
Dozer, I'm sorry. My bad.
It's all good.
Oh, can I just take 1 second? I know we're going a little long today, but I didn't acknowledge this in the beginning. Dozer, you pointed in the right direction every time.
Absolutely did.
During our intro today.
He's gone crazy.
I was looking for the fucking perfect moment, and then I started getting stoned, and I started getting drunk, and I forgot. But right now I remembered, and I got to say, dude, that was incredible. So props to you.
I practiced before the show.
He's got arrows taped on his desk.
I do not. But you know what? At least, while I may point the wrong direction, at least I am not having a singles match for the WCW Tag Team Championship, where we have Kevin Nash taking on Rick Steiner.
This was
fuck. Boy, did it suck.
Boy, did it suck. Did they they made fucking Steiner look stupid, and it was a match about Nick Patrick, really.
Dude, and that story continues. So don't feel bad because this story continues well, like through this year. It continues in the night. No, but this story continues like for pay-per-view. So you're gonna see it, man. This is the long-term booking that your bitch ass wants. So yeah. You're seeing the seeds.
Yeah. It was this as much as Shane hates the Steiner brothers, like they deserve better than this.
What? When do I hate the Steiner brothers?
Anytime they wear a Michigan shirt.
Oh well, yeah, because
Mhm.
that's a fucking shitty school for dumbass people.
All
and
right.
they
So
need to-
don't pretend like this isn't an established thing of you not liking Steiner Bros because of
no.
their Michigan affiliation. So
Well,
I'm
no.
not crazy to think this, but no, they deserve better. And
Yeah,
the dog
they
face
should have.
Kremlin was made to look stupid.
They should have just beaten Kevin Nash on this night, and then they could have figured something else out. But they should have combined and beat the shit out of Kevin Nash, and then they could have dropped the titles after a month when they figured out what they
But
wanted to do with the
Pepper
NWO.
spraying fucking Scott and all the other bullshit that went into this was just a waste of fucking time.
Yeah, I mean it's really bad. This match was really WCW to a T. It was so overbooked. There was outside shenanigans, like real outside life shenanigans, like it just overbooked to hell. It was WCW as a concept, especially around this time. And I don't really think it deserves much at all.
That was a 1 star. It's not worth talking about, honestly.
No, this
the
is
only thing that was worth talking about is Neil Patrick. It was 1 star because
Wait, Neil Patrick? Are you talking Neil NPH? Neil Patrick Harris?
Who the fuck is Neil Patrick?
What Nick Patrick? Sorry, fuck, dude. It's fucking dude. You know what time I wake up? Come on, man.
Right, about fucking 11:30 in the morning.
This match. The only thing that I had going for is that there was some legitimate like the Nick Patrick stuff was somewhat interesting, and that's
the Ted DiBiase stuff, especially with the NWO at the time, was like a really, really big deal. So
yeah. I don't know. That was it though. Like the match itself, meh, nothing exciting. But yeah, it was for me. It was 1.
This is a 0.5 star match because they could have accomplished this on a WCW Nitro and not taken time out of this pay-per-view event.
Yeah.
Now, question to you, gentlemen: do you feel like this is what? Because if I'm not mistaken, not too long after this is when DiBiase went to the Steiner side, right? Is this kind of like the start of that? Okay,
because he walks away.
Yeah. Because the whole story is Kevin Nash is taking it too far, even for the people that helped him take it too far. He's like going above and beyond, and then Six Pac is like, "Hell yeah, man, keep kicking his ass." And then Ted's like, "How about you just?"
He couldn't have been in WCW much longer after this.
No,
because I think that wasn't too much longer after this was when he got injured, and that was basically once he had that neck injury, he was essentially done.
But he showed it back up at WWF.
Yeah, I mean he
was quite all right for himself.
Yeah, he was one of those weird, like, kind of pivotal moments in the Attitude Era, and that's fucking X-Pac.
Weird, right? So weird.
Yeah.
But yeah.
DDJ, what'd you rate this match?
I'm going to give it 3/4 of a star, and this is why. Just because, the match was bad, but I kind of actually liked seeing, this is kind of really when you first saw, like, some cracks in the foundation of the NWO. It's like the first, because, Nick Patrick was kind of like, I don't know, I think this is a little, and then DiBiase, he's like, you know what? He's like, that's enough. Just finish him off. And then when he wouldn't, DiBiase is like, you know what? I'm done. I'm walking away. And that was kind of like that first real crack in the foundation and stuff. So I actually kind of like that, the whole thing. But yeah, the match itself was not good.
No. This was a very WWF match for WCW.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was just a very like, hey, you have to tune in, tomorrow night. God damn it, I paid for this shit, so I got to see how it fucking...
Fuck, you're so right, dude. God damn it.
Yeah.
Well, the Meltzer gave it 1.5 stars.
He was off.
No, he was off on a lot of shit.
I think that's a totally fine rating for this match, especially if you're watching at the time and you're invested in this storyline, you're invested in the NWO. That is like absolutely a totally okay rating for this. And I mean that.
Now, that brings us to a Four Corners match where we're going to have to address the promo at some point. But this is a weird match because it's a Four Corners match. It's Lex Luger versus Booker T versus Stevie Ray versus the Giant.
We addressed the promo already, bro.
Yeah, we watched it.
We talked about it.
Yeah,
about the edit.
I'm gonna address my issues with the match real quick, and then we can talk about it real quick, get it out of the way. Why does this need to be a four corners match? Why couldn't it have just been a traditional four-way match? Because they could have accomplished the same things without needing to tag in and out and have it be confusing. It made no sense because it functioned like a tag team match. One person.
This is why.
being the winner.
This is why.
Lex Luger. That's why.
And it
yeah,
had to do with Big Show doing the whole fucking giving up his spot, his opportunity to win. That was really the only reason. Is Big Show saying, "Oh, trying to push Lex Luger like that." That was it. It was the only reason why you had to tag in, so he could do the.
They literally. They still could have done it. He literally could have laid him out with a choke slam, and then had Luger stand next to him and gone, "Take the pin, buddy," and it would have made more sense. It would have made the match flow better, and I wouldn't have been so mad at it because it makes no goddamn sense.
It was, but the whole thing was incoherent.
The actual work itself, especially, I mean, obviously, when the Harlem Heat boys were in the ring, it wasn't that bad. I mean, it wasn't a good match by any means, but it was like a 1 1/4. It could have been worse.
Could have been better too.
It could have been a lot better. It could have been a lot worse. But you know what? I think for the first time tonight, I'm going to agree with Shane. And I'm going to say 1 1/4. And because Shane and Isaac are agreeing, I'm going to drink.
I think that if you've never seen this match, it's worth going and watching because the story they told was kind of interesting, and just seeing the convoluted, fucked up mess that things could be it's worth it. You know what I mean? To realize how bad,
how bad it could be.
Yeah, exactly.
It was a mess, but the promos, actually all the promos, Big Show, but Lex Luger's promo was actually really good. No, I was expecting way worse from him.
It was good for a Luger.
Yeah, that's all. The Booker T promo, the original, chef kiss, chef kiss, Italian chef kiss.
I'm going to give this match a 1.
I'll give it a 1. 1 in it, whatever Shane said.
I think he said 1
1/4. A quarter.
You already drank because you agreed.
Yeah, it was a little bit more than a match, slightly more than just a match.
I'll give it 1.5, just because I'm a Lex Luger guy, and he went over in this match. So
legit. All right.
Okay. The Meltzer gave it a solid 1.
See? That's why I legitimately, other than New Japan stuff, I trust Meltzer stuff otherwise, because he, even though his shit is weird, it just seems like his personal preference. You know what I mean?
Yeah, his personal preference sucks balls, dude. He thought that fucking
that's
that
fine.
Match earlier was 2.0.
His preference can suck balls, but
Ethan!
you can trust it.
Ethan, OH.
He was in earlier.
IO.
Hey, look at you.
Thank you. Yeah.
DDJ, bro. I'm from Vermont, and I even fucking know that one.
Yeah, welcome to Ohio State, baby. We're everywhere. DDJ, you a college football fan? Real quick, you a college football fan?
Not not really, but I mean, I watch enough and I hear it enough that I know the thing, because
buddy, listen. I know you live in Chicago, but you have an open welcome to join the good guys.
Here we go.
Anyways, sorry.
I'm not going to be thrown around like a cheap piece of meat.
No. You're dinner, baby.
You're fucking Kobe.
Well, okay, since you're going to take me out to dinner, you know what? Maybe
filet mignon.
No, Kobe. He's a fucking Kobe ribeye, baby. I see him. I see her marbling.
You know what? Take me out to a good burger joint. I'm good. I'm easy to please.
I'll buy you a shake and we'll fucking hold hands. How about that?
Dude. Whatever. I don't know what we're fighting for here, but I'll give you a handy J and a milkshake.
Yo, you shut the fuck up, you whore. Let's move on to the main event. Yeah.
Yes, this was the main event.
Where we have Diamond.
I like this match a lot.
Taking on Randy Savage.
I like this match way more than I should have.
Yeah, you like it way more than I do.
I fucking love both these guys in the ring. The finish was obviously fucking ridiculous again.
The whole match was ridiculous. First of all, the ref is counting in the middle of the match while Bobby the Brain Heenan's like, they can go wherever they want. They could fight to the car park. They could fight to the back. The ref, 1, 2, 3. Nobody has any fucking clue what's going on. The right ear doesn't know what the left ear's doing. It makes no sense.
Whatever. I'm pretty sure Randy Savage kicked a kid in the face during this match at one point, and that
he was a crazy man.
I like his character work in this match where he's
I don't know, like for me,
unhinged.
like it was entertaining. It was entertaining.
Absolutely,
yes,
it was
extremely entertaining.
Yeah, but it was a terrible match.
And we talk about how it's 10 years ago today that we lost Randy Savage, but one of the best things about the Randy Savage story, I like in terms of Randy as overall, was this match because we all know what DDP has gone on record to say about Savage, especially pertaining to this match. And I think watching it for the first time in a really long time, it just kind of hit home with me just because of really what you think about what this match did for DDP.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
and I don't know, dude. There was something about like everything involved in the finish. Like, yeah, it was like obviously more geared towards like the NWO Nick Patrick storyline, but in the end, like he beat him clean.
Yeah.
And not only did he beat him clean,
Triple H'd him.
Exactly. He fucking gave him that. He gave him that fucking diamond cutter, and he laid on him for like 15 seconds.
This match,
and it made him look good, and and credit to Randy Savage for that.
The only thing I didn't like about this was that what really should have been like DDP's like crowning moment to that point, it got overshadowed by all that stuff that happened afterwards and stuff. And that kind of soured me a little bit on that because it should have ended with DDP like celebrating in the ring and they talking about how this is easily the biggest win of his career. And then all this NWO stuff, happened and that. And it was
all about the NWO.
Exactly. And that's kind of one thing I going back and watching this match earlier this afternoon, I had an issue with that.
Yeah, I agree. Shane, what were you saying? Were you saying the same thing?
Yeah, no. I was gonna say that really soured me on this match as well. Was just and you guys know I don't normally like harp on these kind of things. Like it's not really my thing. I'm really like an in-ring guy. That's what I really like. Mm-hmm. But it really, really, really bothered me that like DDP never.
I don't like DDJ getting fucked over either, man.
Yeah, no, me neither. But he
yeah,
never...
well, you know what? It's going to be on to bigger and better things. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Yeah.
But anyways, but what I was going to say beforehand, I realized what I was going to say was that this match really put over the Diamond Cutter, which really put over the RKO.
Yeah.
Like without this match, who knows where Randy Orton ends up, and I know that's like the butterfly effect, and who knows what happens where, whatever. But it is kind of something fun to think about,
that
right?
That was one of the first real RKOs out of nowhere, though, because he usually called for his diamond cut.
Oh yeah,
he almost always called for it, and he hit that one out of nowhere.
Yeah. I think the only other time, and what was like I think a couple months prior to this, was that one where he kind of hit it out of nowhere when he dressed up as La Parka.
Yep, exactly. Exactly. And that was just like for the big pop. But yeah, exactly. This was like, it definitely gave birth to like the majority of Randall's fucking gimmick.
Yeah.
For me, it was a great match.
Yeah.
Man.
And again, you talk about what this did for DDP and just knowing everything that we know now about the kind of guy DDP is, it couldn't happen to a better dude.
He is incredibly like infectiously positive, almost to the point where it's annoying.
And not even so much that, it's just like you think about the things like what he's doing outside of the ring, basically how he saved, the lives of Scott Hall and Jake Roberts, and just what he does with his yoga and just the success stories you see on
that Arthur Borman video.
Yes. Yep.
Literally,
the one where the dude couldn't like walk, right?
Yeah, he's the retired paratrooper. He works with special ed kids.
Ponytail?
Yeah, he's 300 plus pounds, walking on crutches, and by the end of the video, he's running. Almost every time, like I have to fight back tears because
DDP. DDP
he's legit. So
just the guy. He's the guy.
Hats off to him. Even if you buy a cameo, you're just buying a fucking DDP yoga advertise. But this match for me was 3.5 stars. It was actually really, really.
You are so out of control,
dude.
Unbelievable. Are you kidding me?
I legitimately loved this match. The only reason that I gave it a higher mark than the fucking Benoit match was because of the finish on the Benoit match. And the finish on this was at least he beat him clean, even if it was to make the NWO have dissension in the ranks. But no,
Yeah. And I was going to say, and I like your assessment on that because, like I said before, I didn't like how what should have been DDP's moment got overshadowed by all the NWO drama. But see, that NWO drama didn't factor into the finish of the match. So that's kind of where I, like you said, I'm sorry, Isaac, what did you rate that match again?
I gave it a 3.5, but I got to say, Shane, when you make that face, when you lose your chin like that, you got a James Ellsworth thing going on.
Oh, damn.
I mean,
I was like all Tony Schiavone until you lost that chin. I was like, damn.
Dude.
Yeah.
Absolute.
I'm gonna give that. I'm gonna see your 3.5, and I'm gonna raise it a quarter star. I'm gonna give it 3.75.
Ooh,
you guys are out of fucking control. Are you kidding me?
I'm agreeing with the 3.5, so I don't know.
All right, Shane, where were you at?
Oh, really?
Yes, no, really.
Really.
What did you think of it? I want to hear your.
Dude, I thought it was like a 2.5.
Okay.
Wow.
It was just a bunch of bullshit big boy brawling, and the story they told was great and it was good.
Beautiful.
And I like the stuff that they did with the NWO, and I like the cracks, and I like all of that. But boy, as a match, this was not that good. Really, at all.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot.
This was also really as 1997 WWF as you could get. It was all storyline, man.
I love 97 WWF.
And I know you do, and I don't, I guess. Oh crap.
So
that makes our cumulative that gives our cumulative rating a 3.31. The Meltzer rating is 3.25.
Wow.
He was pretty on point. All right. So where do we all land on the show as a whole?
Better than Revenge of Taker.
It was
what did I rate Revenge of the Taker?
I don't know. We don't have it. I don't have a spreadsheet of this shit.
I don't remember. It was bad. It was a bad rating. 1.5, maybe at 1.
I'll
2.5 stars. 2.5 stars for me for this show.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Shane on that. I was thinking 2.5 stars overall.
Really? You got 2?
2.
You know what? I'm gonna have to go and say 2.5 as well. There was a lot of fun stuff. There was some bad stuff, but it was way more enjoyable than I expected it to be.
Yeah,
and I had a lot of fun watching it. Honestly, it was a lot of fun, even if it was ridiculous. And
it'll be really fun to explore, especially the rest of this year. With the rest of the WCW with Isaac Dozer and DDJ.
I've never watched any of it.
Yeah. So I do have to say, next week we're going to do NXT TakeOver Rival
because we
still can't do our Evolution. I'm going to say card subject to change should something else come up. should somebody actually get back to us.
Yeah.
Fuck
And-
you, Peacock.
We got a couple of different things going on. We got fingers in different honey pots. We're doing our best, but
Yeah.
like all in all, we're just having fun. So
And you know what? And that in the end, it's all about having fun. And again, guys, I feel like could have done a lot better. I mean, you guys kind of know not only
yeah,
It just-
you know what,
boy,
DDJ,
no.
DDJ.
You don't need to do all that at all.
Here's what we're gonna say. Check out DDJ on What Do You Say with DDJ. At What Do You Say with DDJ on Twitter.
Because
Follow
he's
his
follow
the
podcast.
most knowledgeable of the three of us. If you
He's
want
incredible.
wrestling
Yeah,
knowledge,
he's a wrestling savant. He's a wrestling savant, and maybe if we are lucky, right? If we at SGS are lucky, we might be able to like sort of incorporate him into our family here.
We
because
may be able to work something out, but whatever happens, at What Do You Say with DDJ on Twitter, you will be able to figure out where you can listen to his other shows. They're all great. I recommend giving them a listen.
Definitely, 100%.
yeah. So, just in light of recent events, of which I will not go public with on here for obvious reasons, I've got a few episodes lined up because I had planned on banking a few episodes. Because again, those of you who obviously you guys know, and some of the listeners that I've seen comments on kind of know, I'm going to be having knee surgery next week to repair a torn meniscus and have my ACL reconstructed. So I had the mindset that I needed to get a few episodes in the pipeline just to so I have some content to come out for the next couple of weeks, because I'm not going to be able to get around too well and stuff. So, and in light of recent events, I'm not quite sure where I will be. I have an idea of where I'm going to go with in terms of uploading my show. But hopefully I'll have that figured out within the next couple of days. And once that's the case, I'll be sure to not only post on my socials and stuff, but with you guys as well too.
And we will most certainly let you know.
Yeah, I was going to say, yep.
Until next time, I am Dozer. That up there is Isaac. Over there is Shane. And that is the incomparable.
He did it again!
The only DDJ.
Oh, he did it again. He pointed right. Oh,
you.
my
Till
man.
next time, we love you all.